On the trade front, the Canadian Trade Minister in Washington to discuss what's next for NAFTA after President Trump notched yet another win in his belt by agreeing to a new trade with Mexico, new trade deal with Mexico. Here now to discuss what's next for the White House, we've got the National Trade Council Director, Peter Navarro. Peter, I want to say congratulations. I think this is a pretty good win for the administration, but let me just start with your detractors, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay. It might surprise you.
Do we have any of those?
It might surprise you. You got a few of them, including the folks at the Wall Street Journal editorial board. Among many things, they called it economic nonsense, the sense that you guys would use regulation to favor domestic competitors. They also said that this is trying to politically manage trade. And that also that if you thought you were going to get support from Democrats on this, good luck. What are your comments?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, Charles. Before I got on the air here in the green room, I was reading the front page of the Journal and was struck by how the news story was so slanted against what was really good news for this country yesterday. They were slamming it even on the news side, which I thought was weird. The reality here is that we've got a great deal for the American people and the people of Mexico. It's a rare situation where you're going to have two countries improve their situation. And the heart of the deal for me, Charles, is basically restoring North America, particularly the economies of Mexico and the United States, as a manufacturing powerhouse, which basically reshores our supply chain. Both Mexico and the United States have become more assemblers of things like autos than manufacturers. And so these rules of origin that the Wall Street Journal takes so much umbrage with are standard elements of all trade deals. And we just happen to have very tough rules of origin, which will make sure that we make the stuff here rather than there. Amen to that for President Trump pushing forward with that. So
then you agree it's politically managing trade, but you say it's necessary to do so then? I mean,
well, by definition,
is this the antithesis of free trade? And if it is that a bad thing?
Well, let's put it this way, Charles. If you didn't manage trade and you had a trade agreement, it would simply say something like zero tariffs, right? But in fact, these trade agreements are very lengthy documents. They are necessarily so because we live in a world where every country's industrial policies engages in all manner of unfair and non-reciprocal trade practices. Our country, we'd be happy with zero tariffs and zero non-tariff barriers, but we don't live in that world. So this particular agreement is designed to reshore our supply chain in a world where countries around the world basically use their own industrial policies to steal our jobs. You take Germany or Europe, for example. Their tariffs are 4 times higher than ours for autos.
Peter, let's focus on this one, though, okay? Let's focus
but that's why. Okay. But that's why we need the high domestic content rules for our autos here. It's because the tariffs in places like Europe are 4 times higher and in China 10 times higher. So Wall Street Journal doesn't understand that we live in a world of managed trade around the world. So all we're doing here is basically using free trade agreements to set rules in place which will defend American workers and Mexican workers in this case from the ravages of globalization, which is characterized by unfair trade.
What would you say, Peter, to those who are saying that this will make products, particularly automobiles, more expensive for the American consumer?
I would disagree with that. Basically, what we're going to see, as we've seen with the steel and aluminum tariffs, is after an initial price increase, what we've seen is a flood of new investment onto U.S. soil. That new capacity thereby produces more autos, more steel, more aluminum. That brings the prices back down. And so basically, the bigger picture here is we've got an economy humming. And we're putting people to work, and what we want to do is think not just about the quantity of jobs, but the quality of jobs. And to the extent that we create auto jobs here at much higher wages, then people have the wages to buy cars which might be $50 or $100 more expensive because we made it here. This is the kind of thing we have to think about as a country.
Peter, throughout this process, you've taken a lot of heat personally. Article written a couple days ago says that Trump's biggest accomplishments are being undermined by a Democrat in the White House. Peter Navarro. This is written by Maddie Doppler, a frequent guest on our show. What do you say when these digs at you become more and more personal, and people are worried that you are a true protectionist, not someone who wants to use tariffs as a weapon, but someone who believes so deeply in them that you think it should be the way we operate our economy from here on out?
Well, first of all, we have a standard line in the White House. We share it as we each take the hit. It's like if you're not where the flak's the heaviest, you're not over the target. So there is that. But personally, professionally, I view myself as a pragmatist. And President Donald J. Trump is cut from that same cloth. I mean, you look at the international trade situation and how the U.S. is being used as a piggy bank, and the pragmatist says, hey, we need to change that. We need fair and reciprocal trade that's also free. So bring it on. Take the hits. Hit me however you want. At the end of the day, what I'm here to do is help the president in any way I can, basically improve the lot of American men and women working with their hands in the factories of this country, working on the farms.
I want to ask you real quick, Peter, before we bring in a panel, how are we looking with Canada?
So everyone should know when they read about leaving Canada out or whatever. I mean, we had 11 months of negotiations. The Canadians had several hundred people on their team. Over 1,000 people between Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. participated in these negotiations. We're very close with them. There's just a few hang-ups. We're going to leave that up to Ambassador Lighthizer and his partner in this, Jared Kushner, working with the Canadian side, see if they can bring it on home. There's a few hang-ups, but it's not here for me to discuss them here. That happens behind closed doors in the negotiating room. But it's very much in Canada's interest to join this hemispheric powerhouse that's going to be Mexico and the United States. If they don't, then so be it. Mexico and the United States will prosper in ways we've never seen before.
Well, we did hear positive comments from Justin Trudeau late in the session, so that was good. Peter Navarro.
That's great.
Always appreciate when you come on. Thanks a lot.